the challenge. He seems to not only raise to a higher level himself, but he raises the entire team's performance around him. And the guy's a one-man gang. And he does not mind playing in the dome. I know up there in Lambeau, they even go indoors. They practice. They go to the Hudson Center. They pipe in the loud noise. So they don't really care. It seems he's trying to disprove that he can't play indoors as well. Well, these teams know each other pretty well. It's almost like a scrimmage. They play each other. Same old, same old. Let's see who gets the bragging rights next. Yeah. But the division's on the line as well. Coming up next, we have some final numbers and thoughts on this one for the Vikings. Plus, we have action from the rest of the league. How does Brett Favre do? We'll also check in with Seattle as well. Don't go away.
Now until Christmas.
You gotta love Nate Burleson. He comes through 2 touchdowns today, a broken nose last week. This kid just knows how to read the play serve and come through in the clutch.
Really a great play and a touchdown, but here he comes to get a second touchdown to Burleson. So 2 TDs today is a pretty good day's work.
And, you know, he's got to work on the little celebration there. Not excessive enough in our book. One person very happy today, Mike Tice. He was saying all week long that the other teams have coming up with one big play more than his team today. Not only did they have the big plays, but they also got a little bit of luck. Let's listen in to the coach.
Go anywhere and build on this. We've got to learn as a defense to break serves. I'm not a real big tennis player, but when we gain some momentum, 14-3 or whatever the score might be, even 28-21, and they have no timeouts, we've got to learn or have enough confidence in ourselves defensively to understand that that's where we've got to step up and get off the field somehow, some way, no matter what it takes, whether it's 3 and out, whether they get 3 first downs and you get off the field. If we're going to do anything the rest of the way out, that's the biggest challenge that we have.
Well, that's what the coach has to say. I mean, Irv, a lot going on there. But we're going to check back in with Jeff Grayson. He is live in Detroit. Jeff, a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, a lot going on today.
Absolutely, Don. I'm standing by with Nate Burleson. Nate, thanks for joining us here. First of all, your thoughts on this win to get out of here with a W.
You know, it's big. Anytime you get a victory, all else is out the window, you know, regardless of the bobble snap at the end on the field goal. We got the victory. We're 8-6, and that's what counts.
Let's go back earlier in the game. Could you, one at a time, take people through each touchdown?
Well, the first touchdown, it was basically just all goals by everybody, and Moss did a great job of clearing it out. You know, he's going to attract a lot of attention, and that's what we talk about all season is the ability he has to grab a lot of guys. And he took 2 people. The cornerback let me go thinking that he had help, but the help went to Moss, and it came right over the top. Dante threw a great ball. And the second one was just a quick route, got across the middle. I think they blitzed, so I tried to get as many yards as I could, made it end zone.
What was it like watching the extra point at the end of that game?
Well, you know, you just kind of hope that something goes wrong, but you're prepared to go in overtime. And we were thinking that they were going to kick it good, and we were going to play a little overtime game, but I guess it was in our favor today.
Earlier in the season, I think the thought of Randy being down with an injury might have sent horror through fans. But obviously, as the season has gone on, you and your teammates have adjusted. You had 134 yards today. What has it been like getting everybody involved in this offense, and now that Randy's back healthy?
It's been great. You know, Randy's the biggest weapon that we have. So, you know, with him back, it means that much more to this offense and to the team. And all the weapons that we have, we're going to be able to use them as soon as everybody gets healthy. So, you know, we'll be all right. We just got to keep pushing and make sure everybody's on the field.
Viking fans are watching this back home right now. What do you tell them as you come home with this win and getting ready for that big Christmas Eve showdown?
I just say, you know, thanks for the support and get behind us. It's going to be a long time till the season's done. We're not through yet.
All right, Nate, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
That's Nate Burleson, 5 catches, 134 yards in his first multi-touchdown game as a pro. Don, we're going to have more reaction in just a moment. For now, let's go back to you.
All right, thanks, Jeff, very much. Irv, you like to see a young kid really get a multi-touchdown game under his belt.
What a classy guy he is, though, too. You know, we talk a lot about leadership and bringing the team together. He's one of the guys in his own quiet way who performs the leadership role and brings everybody together.
Absolutely. You know, this team was known as the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde when it came to a tale of the halves, but today they kind of put it together. Consistency, don't you think, Irv, in this game? It wasn't a really bad first half and a really good second half.
Now, you know, well, Coach Tice didn't seem to be too happy about the defense defending and protecting their lead, but they made a number of key third down plays during the course of the game, and here forcing the Lions to kick a field goal, which they made in this case, but they did stop the drive and kept them out of the end zone.
And what I really enjoyed, too, is they did not rely themselves on just getting in far enough to go for the field goal. They really put themselves in position to score touchdowns and do them well.
Well, they're a high-powered offense. You know, they're banged up and nicked like everybody else in the league is. If they are you know, the most explosive offense in football, and when they're healthy, this is what happens. Bang. Nobody stops it.
Nobody at all. And as we just heard Nate say, he was very happy to do that, very happy to get under the belt, and lots more football to go. Let's check out the number. 2 halves. Look at the passing and the rushing, the turnovers. You got to like that in the first 0, but not so much in the second half.
You know, the Lions have a pretty good defense, too. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Here's Rosen going up for second touchdown. You know, the ball has to cross the pylon. I think he did.
You got to love the little toe tap. You know, that's all that really counts in football.
Okay.
You know, there's giveaways and there's takeaways, but then when you just get that toe in, it makes everything just really work. And then you look at the numbers, you know, 210, 255. You just really like how this all adds up, especially the third down conversions right there.
Well, there weren't 210 turnovers, but there were some turnovers in the second half. But I think that, you know, that consistency is the name of the game in the league. You know, as long as you can control the ball on the ground, get the necessary yardage in the passing game, and not give up the ball through turnovers, you're in pretty good shape. This is happening around the league.
Now, when you look at this playoff picture, too, it's getting tighter and tighter. You know, Green Bay 8-5, you know, 8-6 now for the Vikings. How do you think things are shaping up for you?
Well, you know, look, as far as the Vikings are concerned, I think that they have their destiny in their own hands. All they have to do is keep winning. They don't have to wait for anybody else to beat somebody to back into the championship. So they've won one today. Green Bay is going to play this afternoon, and the Vikings and Green Bay will play later this week to decide who's going to win it.
Destiny in the own show. All right, we're going to finish things up with Jeff Grayson live in Detroit. Jeff, a nice way to come home.
We understand. Complicated at best, but the guys in New York will have it all straightened out for us at game's end.
The one thing you know for sure, if Jacksonville has to lose a game, this would be the one because it's outside the AFC. It would be losing.
They are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sports Wrap with Mike Tice. Any win on the road is a good one, but let's put it this way. Some teams find a way to win, and some teams find a way to lose. Mike Tice is with us, and Coach, that's one of the stranger finishes you'll see in an NFL football game.
We had 2 goals when we went into this season. Lofty, yes, but...
minute and a half, right? Well, on 3rd and 2 from the 11th, the always reliable Mo Williams put his head down and just ran over the Lions secondary. Forget the first down. Mo found the end zone, and with the extra point, the Vikings had that 28-21 lead. Minute 37 to go. The Lions with no timeouts. But in stunning fashion, the Lions drove right down the field. And when Roy Williams caught that Harrington touchdown pass, it was 28-27. Going to overtime, right? Tice thought so. But the automatic extra point became anything but. Long snapper Don Mulbach bounced it back to holder Nick Harris, and there was no way out. The Vikings smothered him. And in a blink of an eye, the Vikings were handed a 28-27 victory. So what'd you think of that ending, Mike Tice? Win today, he improved to 9-0 as a starter against Detroit. As you mentioned, Kelly, he seems like he's understanding how to use his physical tools to his benefit, running only when he feels it's necessary. You stay in the league a lot longer that way.
Yeah, I think so. You know, like I say, he's doing a very good job of just reading the defense, you know, throwing it when it's needed, and if it's not there, just running with the ball and making great plays out of it.
And what a great blessing to have Randy Moss back there as his #1 target again, because I assume that opens up everything for all the other wide receivers. And Nate Burleson's having an all-pro type of year.
Oh, he did. Randy Moss is back. He's feeling good right now. He's just ready to get out for some people, like you say, with him coming back.
Terrell Owens with an injury today. Atlanta at 11-3. Green Bay at the moment, that 8-6 record, and by virtue of the fact they beat the Vikings earlier in the year, is the leader right now in the clubhouse. Seattle is 7-7. How about that situation? The wild card, Kelly, the Vikings and Carolina are the 2 wild card teams right now. You have a 2-game lead over Carolina, and still alive, the Saints and the Rams at 6-8. But it comes down to the Christmas Eve game against the Green Bay Packers. How good is this going to be? The Metrodome will be electric on Friday afternoon.
Well, it's going to be a good one. We're going to send everybody home with a very good Christmas present. I'm telling you right now, we will beat the Packers. Nobody worry about anything. We're going to beat the Packers, and we are division champs right now.
Wow, that's quite a statement. That's going to be, as they say, bulletin board material, right? You're guaranteeing a victory.
I'm guaranteeing a victory. I'm putting it out there right now.
Your coach will be okay with that tomorrow?
If he's not, then he will be after Friday.
Well, you know what? It's almost like the playoffs are starting right now because the Vikings have a wonderful opportunity. This is your goal from the gate from day one. The Packers are in the playoffs right now, but of course they still have a lot of incentive. They beat you guys. They win the divisional championship.
Well, yeah, we started off today. You know, know, as it being a playoff game. You know, every game from here on out to us is like a playoff game. So we're going to come into it like it's a championship game. We're going to come in, play Vikings football, and just be ready. We're going to come in and knock some heads off, as we say out there. We some head busters.
You got your terrible towel with you this afternoon as well?
Yeah, this is my little trademark, my little towel.
Yeah.
You know, get ready to sweat off after we get ready to do the Viking roll. That's one thing we, you know, I want to let everybody. Rosen is going to do the Viking roll for us today.
We are. I am.
Yes.
Okay, you want to show me how to do that?
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it.
All right.
So the people that's watching, you know, get this down pat.
Out of the way. That's all right.
So whenever y'all see us score or do, you know, get in the end zone, Pepper like to get the roll going on. So now we call it the Viking roll. So come on, Rosen.
I got to stand up here. I might hit my head here. Okay.
Okay, you got to get a little rhythm now. You know, you got to go with the lid.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, you can't.
Oh, this is really embarrassing.
Okay, well then there we go.
All right.
The Viking roll.
Still to come tonight at Rosen Sports Sunday. Can
roll.
I get to this commercial as quickly as
The Viking
possible?
roll.
You can take the players out of the NHL, but you can't take the NHL out of the players.